When light penetrates darkness, it dissolves, and parasitic energies scatter like roaches. If you're new here, my name is Nina. Today we are talking about a super deep spiritual topic that is also very practical. We are talking about how light affects your body, your life, and your energy. I've wanted to talk about this topic for so long because it is so vitally important to understand the power of light. We talk a lot about love and light, and we even talk a lot about how that is detrimental to a certain point. But today's topic is in favor of the conversation of what light actually does. And the kind of people that this video is for are people that have been through trauma, that have had a lot of darkness in their life, and that are looking to integrate more light. We are not bypassing, we are not saying that light is the only thing that's important, because you know dark feminine work is the majority of the work that I do. But there's also this integration of the light. The first thing I want to say is let's talk about actual physical light versus physical darkness. Physical light, once it is activated, once it's turned on, all of the darkness dissipates. When you turn a light on in a room, it's no longer dark. When you turn the light off, now it is dark. So darkness comes first. Darkness is primordial. Everything came from the darkness. That's why it's the feminine. It is the beginning. It is the first thing that there was darkness. And then, even in the Bible, it says, then God said, let there be light. So that means darkness came first. Light, once it enters, it fills every crevice and every crack. Think about when you open a window. The light doesn't choose where to go when you open the window. The light goes wherever it is able to go. It's kind of like water in that sense, where if you let water in somewhere, it's going to go wherever, right? It's going to fill the cracks. If you let air in somewhere, it's going to fill the cracks. So light is that way. And when we allow light into our lives, into our bodies, into our hearts, into our homes, it clears away so much trauma. It clears away so much darkness. Let's talk about it from the perspective of the body. This is one of my favorite things to study, to talk about, to teach on, because when you look at how darkness manifests in the body, it's through trauma. It's illness, it's trauma, it's sickness, it's parasitic energy. Our bodies can hold literal parasites, and they do hold literal parasites. And when you have way too much going on inside in terms of parasites, you start having cravings, you start being fatigued, you start being tired. It is literally taking your energy, it is sucking your energy out of you, it is draining you, it is feeding on you. And when you eat these things, you're feeding the parasites. I know that sounds disgusting, but it's true. So think of it that way, that darkness that trauma creates in your body, that numbness, that coldness, that darkness that it creates in your body, you need to balance it out with the opposite, which is light, warmth, heat. I talk about this in my Core Wounds ebook, which I'll leave the link to that below, how different wounds affect the body. So for example, abandonment and rejection, it brings forth that dark, cold energy, almost like a dark, cold room, but within your body. And it creates this constriction and restriction in the body, in the tissues, in the soma. So when we're talking about parasitic energy feeding off of you, trauma creating darkness in the body, in different energy centers, the remedy to that is light, bringing light to those areas to heal, to transmute, using the fire to transmute, the heat, the flames, the transformation to transmute wherever that darkness lies. For a lot of women, that darkness lies in our wombs. For a lot of women, that darkness lies in our throats, in our hearts, from past lovers, from abuse, from all kinds of things. So when you start to bring light into those areas, you clear, you cleanse that area with purity. You wash it clean. It is so powerful to really let light enter your body through your nutrition, through movement, through opening up somatically. That's why I love my somatic practices. And I have some here on YouTube. I'll also link that for you guys. I have a somatic hip releasing video that you guys love on this channel. There's so many ways to let light enter your body through the breath. And the more that you do these practices, the more that you feel light. Have you ever cried and then felt lighter? There's a reason for that. Have you ever exercised and felt lighter? There's a reason for that. Have you ever shared your heart with someone in a conversation and felt lighter? There's a reason for that. Have you ever breathed so deeply and then felt lighter? There's a reason for that. We don't just use these words out of nowhere. We say lighter for a reason, just like we say currency. with money and water, how the connection is there. It's the same thing. So through eating foods that are electric, through eating foods that bring life and light into your body, it allows you to raise in vibration. And then there are foods that are also grounding. That's the opposite effect. But then if you need grounding, you have foods for that, right? But we're talking about the light. So we're bringing in light foods, nutritious foods. It is so important for us to practice these things, especially as we go through cycles as human beings, to practice when our body needs more light, to give it more light. There's a time and a place for everything under the sun, to quote my mother loves to say. So there's times when your body needs more grounding. And during those times, personally, I eat grounding foods. And then there are times when your body needs more light. Like right now, I'm in a season of my body needing more light, and I'm honoring that and filling my body with those nutritious light foods that keep me feeling not only light in weight, but light in spirit, light in energy. When you move things out of your hips, when you move things out of your shoulders, your arms, your neck, you feel lighter, you feel a release. Releasing the weight. And then in your life, it's reflected. It's reflected in your relationships, the ones that you let go of that were heavy, that no longer serve. It's reflected in the job that might be toxic that you have to let go of because it no longer serves you. The place that you have to let go of because it no longer serves you. Anything that is weighing you down that no longer serves you, lighten your load. See, we're talking about light, but not just physical light, and not even just energetic light, but also lightening your load, creating more lightness and more spaciousness in your body, in your energy. And when you cut off or you let go of that thing that's been weighing you down, whether it be a habit, food, alcohol, whatever it is, you feel light, lighter. That is also light entering your body. And it's so healing for you on so many different levels, emotionally, spiritually, physically, every way. When you let go of a lot of emotional weight and a lot of spiritual weight, you'll find your actual weight start to decrease, your physical weight start to decrease, especially around your midsection as you begin to become more confident and tap into your sensuality. For women, you're going to lose weight in your midsection. It's going to keep you feeling so good, so juicy, so alive, so delicious. So let's talk about practices that you can do on top of the things I've mentioned that are a little bit less known. And these are practices that I do to make sure my energy stays light. My favorite one is what I call Yoni Days. These are specific days every week that I take to create a ceremony around my yoni. And that ceremony, I use my yoni egg, and I allow myself to spend time really diving into my own sacral and transmuting any darkness that might have accumulated, any numbness that might have accumulated. This is a practice that I share with my clients. It's not something that I share on YouTube, but I may create like a course or an offering around it if y'all are interested in that. I have manifested insane things after very powerful Yoni Day sessions. I actually, now that I'm saying it, I really want to create something for this. So let me know in the comments if you want a course or an offering around this, around Yoni magic. I have brought in so many beautiful things in my life with Yoni magic. This is a lesser talked about aspect of light, but it's so important for us women because we do hold a lot of darkness there from traumas, lovers. Our womb is receptive, so it takes in so much, and we have to remember to let go and lighten it. This is a topic that I think every single woman needs to know and needs to talk about, because for us to embody the light, that is us embodying our confidence, because the light is masculine, the darkness is feminine, remember. So when you embody the light, when you bring in more light, you bring in more confidence, more Godfidence into your life. And as women, we absolutely need this because it's the opposite. We're the feminine. So we need to integrate the masculine for wholeness. And when we integrate light, we are unstoppable. When we shine our light, when we allow ourselves to be seen, we are unstoppable. We build that light within. When we shine it, we turn it up. All those things have to leave our body. They have to leave our vessel. Insecurity, self-consciousness, has to leave our vessel because it cannot stay. Like I said, it scatters like roaches. When you turn your light up inside, you cleanse yourself, and then you turn it up even more, and then it starts shining outside. and then other people can feel it. Other people can bask in the warmth. And then their own darkness either gets triggered or gets cleared away. So you then light their flame, and now you're living on purpose. As women, we must develop self-confidence. We must develop our light. And that is why we have to be seen. What I want to invite you to is the Seen Masterclass. In this masterclass, we are going to go into the mechanics of manifestation. We're going to talk about how to metabolize fear, envy, love, hatred, gossip, you name it, so that regardless of what's happening on the outside, you can stand strong in your confidence, in your light. You don't let anything dim your light. And when you have down moments, you know how to get your light back up. You know how to get lit again. You know how to light yourself back up. I want you to experience the magic of the sisterhood that we will be having in there. Comment below a heart emoji if this resonated. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear your stories. I'll be sharing a lot about my story in Seen. Let me know your thoughts and what you want me to talk about in the next video.